Alright, what's happening, YouTube? We are back with part two of what my DC universe would be like. Alright, let's get straight into it. If I was rebooting or starting my own universe, my second movie would be Green Lantern. So, this would be the movie that comes out of left field, right? Because we've already had Batman, which was grounded in reality, dealing with street thugs and mob bosses. And now we're letting the fans know that the universe is expanding. Now we're dealing with galactic forces. But we never mention or show Batman. We're going to keep this as its own standalone story, even though it's in the same universe. All right, let's get to it. To start it off, this Green Lantern is obviously Hal Jordan. But in this universe, I want to make Hal Jordan older, maybe mid 40s, even 50s. I want him to be like a seasoned vet. Like he'll be like a lieutenant in the Green Lantern Corps. That's how long he's been there. We'll have him or maybe some of the other lanterns bring up the fact that he's planning on retiring. That'll be like the subplot. He wants to retire and finally come back home to Earth to live the rest of his years basically as a normal life. And that'll be the plot that we leave open for the sequels for when he has to eventually name a new lantern. And this entire movie will take place in space. Since it's in space, we'll even have just a small Martian Manhunter Easter egg. We won't show him or say his name. We'll probably have like a small scene, a quick scene where someone references the fact that there was a genocide attack on Mars and there was no survivors, or maybe there was only a couple of survivors. But just a small Easter egg where someone just brings up the fact that, oh, there was a genocide attack on Mars. Now, for the main antagonist of the movie, clearly we're going to have to go with Sinestro. The main theme of the film will be that Sinestro and Hal have been battling each other for years. They've always had like this mutual respect, cat and mouse relationship where Hal always he'll confront Sinestro, they'll fight, and they'll always be evenly matched, or Sinestro will always find a way to escape. And in this, Sinestro, he's starting to age himself. So he's starting to feel like he's tired of fighting, he's tired of being on the run. So he comes up with this grand scheme to finally destroy the Guardians, the three big headed dudes that started the Green Lantern Corps. Sinestro finally comes up with this big master plan to destroy them or get rid of them. So that's how we get to the epic climactic battle at the end with Hal and Sinestro. And obviously, at the end, Hal Jordan will find a way to finally defeat Sinestro. And because of their relationship, their mutual respect relationship, Sinestro just, once he's finally beaten, he doesn't have the energy to keep fighting. He just gives up the ring out of respect for Hal. So now we get to the end. Basically, Sinestro has finally been caught and beaten. Hal brings him back to the Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern Corps. The rest of the lanterns, they're clapping, they're cheering because Hal finally caught him. And as the rest of the lanterns are clapping and cheering, we get this heartfelt farewell speech from Hal. Because, like I said, he's been in this universe, he's been Green Lantern for damn near 30 years. So he's giving this heartfelt speech about how he's retiring and returning home. And he offers his ring back to the Guardians, but they tell him, no, you keep it. That's yours. That's your parting gift. You keep it. You never know when you might need it again. So you're a Green Lantern for life. Keep that. So then we get this final scene of Hal flying back towards Earth. He hasn't been to Earth in 20 years. So the movie will basically end there. The plot for this movie is basically simple as well. The first couple movies of this universe will have simple plots. We don't start getting into the big, major, universal plot issues until about the fourth or fifth movie. That's where you start seeing some of the bigger plans start to unveil. But for this standalone story, we just kept it real simple. It's Hal Jordan. He's seasoned. He wants to retire, return home to Earth. Uh, he has a final epic battle with Sinestro where he finally defeats Sinestro because him and Sinestro has been going back and forth for years. And we just basically end the movie with him just returning home to Earth. He hasn't been to Earth in about 25 years. And that's basically where we're in. So, yeah, any thoughts or comments, you know where to leave them. Uh, I want to hurry up and get started on part three because, man, the story that I got written down for part three is probably my favorite. So I want to hurry up and get to that, and so you guys can hear it and check it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.